Good evening again, beautiful people. Okay, once more we are here again to continue our tutorials where we ended. And before I continue, I just want to wish you all happy weekend to all those who are following this video, and I really appreciate it because you are the ones that encourage us to continue these tutorials online. Like I said the other time, if you have anything so far that you may want to know or any questions you want to ask concerning this tutorial, just post it on the comment and we will reply you. And also please don't forget to like and subscribe. Okay, we are here on our home screen and this is where we ended the last time. This is a page we created, and I open my code, and this is what we coded the last time. We were doing styling, and I talked of two types of ways of styling, that is the inline and the external styling, the internal and the external. So I started with the internal. For those who were not there or did not follow, you can go back and watch the previous video. I started with the internal styling, and today we'll be doing the external styling. Okay, so for the external styling, we are going to do an external CSS document. And for those who don't know the meaning of CSS, it simply means cascading style sheet. Okay, so on our web development folder, I will create a new file, and I will call this file homepage dot CSS, and then I punch enter. Okay, this is our homepage.css. You notice that with the HTML we had .html to signal that is an HTML document, and for CSS.css to also notify that it's a CSS document. And if you also take note there, on the home page of HTML we had open and close tag as the icon here, and on the CSS we had they call this a slash, sorry, not a slash, I've forgotten the name of this. Who can help me? Hashtag. Yes, this is a hashtag. Okay, so yeah, this is what we are going to do. We are not going to delete our styling. I will just copy all what we styled here from the H to the N without copying the styling, the style tag, the open and close style tag. I'll just copy this or cut it from here. If you don't know, the button of cut is Ctrl X. I'll cut it from there, and I'll delete this style. I'll delete that style. Then I'll come to my homepage.css and I paste it here. Okay. Now, here, if I save this and then we go now and refresh our document, you see that all the styling has gone up. If we refresh our document, you see it comes back to the HTML document. Now, how do you do external styling? This is what you do. Just beneath the title bar, this title, my first web page, beneath it, we are going to link this homepage.css here. So I will create a link tag. You see it's already showing the link, and I'll press the tab bar. When I press the tab button pattern, you see it's already showing link related to style sheet href or the URL of the link. I will give now the name. This is the name, homepage.css. So I'll write it here, home page. Okay, it's already showing up there, .css. Okay, you see what will happen now when I refresh it. After linking and refresh, I save pattern and I come here and refresh back. Oh, sorry, my bad. Homepage.css. I hope I saved before going. And let's see. I'll close this and reopen it. Oh, sorry, I put this here but I didn't save, so it can't take effect. You see, even me that I've been doing coding for some time now, I do forget things. If you don't save any work you do, any change you do here, and you don't save on the both document, it would never take effect on the web page. You see now, I hadn't saved it, so it didn't take effect. See, we go back to what we had. Now the difference between an external, okay, as I was saying, the difference between an internal link and an external link is just simple. You see, with an external link, you do the CSS codes outside the HTML document on its own document, whereas with an internal link, you do the CSS inside the HTML. You see, like what I did on the previous video, I just copied it here, and you now see that we can now change all of this, or we can further format our document. Let's just say we create a new paragraph, or let me just say create H. Have we created H3 so far? No. H3 my external CSS document. You see, when I create that, I save it. I've sent the close tag down, so let me take it back off. Even though it causes no harm, I save it. When I come now here and I go down, I add the H3 tab key, and I create my open and close curly brackets. I can decide to say let my H3 be 25 point slash. You can control the size of your H3. I'll say text size adjust to 25 px. I save and I go back to this. I haven't saved it yet. I save, then I refresh. You see, okay. Now let's just say if I come back here, I remove this adjust sentence here. I want that adjust to go off, and I save. Let's see what happens. You see, so there are some things that you have to take note when you're doing styling in CSS. You see this blue bar, they should ask me fix, rename to font size, text incident, tab size. I did it intentionally because I wanted to show you that with Visual Studio Code, when you do an error, it quickly notifies you for that error. Now if I click rename to font size, I click it, it changes to font size. If I save and I go back and refresh, you see. So that is one thing about that's one thing about CSS or Visual Studio. You can easily correct errors that you make. Okay, so that is that with an external file, and this was just the way to demonstrate how to do external CSS, but it's not like I've showed you everything in CSS itself and HTML itself. So on the next tutorial, we will be doing more of coding. That is to say, we'll create lists, tables, how to create a list, how to create a table, and many more other things, amazing things. So see you on the next tutorial.